G'day, ZiggyD here, and welcome back for part 27 of the Path of Exile Survival Guide. I don't know what happened there, I kind of went in slow motion for a second. Anyway, let's talk briefly about this series. After the kerfuffle? I don't know, I guess that's how I'd describe it. That was last episode, which was interesting from an educational point of view, but not so interesting from a progressing my character point of view. After that episode, I decided this series probably needs to evolve a little bit. I had reached the point where now, sometimes, occasionally, I'm going to have to just farm for a while. And that, you know, it doesn't really make very interesting viewing for me to, like, say, alright, so for the next 4 episodes, I'm going to be doing Lunaris Run. And you guys have to watch 4 hours, 2 hours of that or something. That's not really that fun. So, here's what I've decided I'm going to do. When I reach these points, I'm going to just sort of get on, do some farming. Amy's sort of around the same level as me, so I'll probably do some farming with her, or I'll do some solo farming, either one, depending on what we do. And I'll just record that, I'll do it with OBS, and if anything interesting happens, I'll note down the time. That way, I can edit together simply a progression highlights reel of that farming. I can condense down each significant point of that farming that actually progressed my character in some way. So this might be, significant levels that I have to make a decision at, or it might be significant drops or things that I do to modify my gear. As you can see here, a few things have changed. I've got some different rings, I've got a different quiver, I've got my chest piece set up, I've got my skills linked up, and I've got, a few things have changed. But don't worry, you haven't missed anything, because right now, I'm going to play for you guys a highlights reel that features things such as me getting an Exalted Orb drop. Yes, I got an Exalted Orb drop. This character's RNG is finally turned. I seem to have very good luck when I'm with Amy. And we also, augmented some rings, got some sweet ring drops, did some cool kills, got a new quiver, got my 5-link sorted out, and I even got a 5-link bow that it's not good enough to use. But anyway, enjoy the highlights. Exalted Orb.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't see many of those drops. Alright, wish me luck on the Alk.
Good luck.
Oh. Yep, that's pretty bad. I don't even. Pretty bad luck Alk's going on there. Straight to the vendor.
Oh man.
See you.
Oh, that's what I mean, it's got no stat. Yeah, that's good. Give me that.
It's a blue though.
That's fine. I can add another stat to it. Maybe I'll get a resist. If I get another resist on it, that'll be usable. Especially because it's lightning damage. Okay. Wish me luck on the augment. This is kind of a YOLO augment. If it doesn't turn out good, the ring will get vended. Wow.
Is it terrible?
No, it's good. Check that out. It's actually usable. I'm happy to sack, I'm sacking like 80 life here. What's my life go down? Wow, I lose like 140 life. Wow, actually more than that. 900 down to 2,660. That's a lot of life lost. But the resist, that's gonna like sort out my resists completely. Let me have a look. 75 fire, 63 lightning, 75 cold. That does the trick, I think, in terms of resistances. I think the resists are more important than life at the moment. I have a lot of life otherwise. Who knows, maybe I'll find an upgrade. I'll keep this ring aside. It's got a nice amount of life on it. But I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, Exile. Cool. Exile and Cold Fight. Sick. Oh, Amy. It's the charge chaos damage Exile too, I think. Pretty nasty. Thenamoga, I think it is. Yeah, it is Thenamoga. Oh, stay alive. Yeah, if he yoinks when they're there, they'll yoink him. Alright, there's Cole down. Looks like we're getting the Exile down pretty quick too. Watch that chaos damage though.
It's okay, I have 1% resistance.
Oh, nice. 1% resist. Oh, look at all these gears. Siege helmet, yes please. This thing. I should probably check rings and stuff actually. But not bad, not bad. That was a cool little fight.
That makes us yours.
There we go. Perfect. How's that quiver?
39 dex, 9 to 18 fire, 210 critical 88 max life.
That sounds alright. Mine's pretty rubbish at the moment. Maybe can you link ski? Yes, I think I would use that. Yeah, I'll definitely use that. You're trading with me, just drop it.
I forgot! Now I'm dying. Damn it, that's yours. Stop looking like an enemy.
What are you talking about? Oh, this thing's zapping us, that's what's going on. It's quiver action. That brings my life back up. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, I don't have it. I don't have an alk. I'm gonna chance my chest. Let's see how I go. That 5 link I bought before. 36 life. Oh man. Scour. Chance. Wow, 9 resist. What? Alright, let's go for crafted blue. 62 life. 18 lightning resist. I can probably handle that. What am I losing? Cold. Cold. How much cold do I lose? Down to 57. Oh. Caps out my lightning, but my cold is a bit low now. Damn it. Why resist so difficult? But this gives me a 5 link. I think I will go with this. So we can go lightning arrow. We can go LMP. Projectile attack. Projectile damage. Now I could go weapon LE still and add on pierce. Would be pretty good, or faster attacks would be pretty good as well. Let's go with faster attacks. 433 damage on lightning arrow is pretty nice. Chain would be good too, but I'll stick with this. I managed to snag some chromes myself. I need crap. Oh, perfect. That was close. Cool. I managed to reshuffle my gems around and actually make use of my 5 link this time. Alright, cool. We're in good shape. How's that life roll? Yeah, not great, but that'll do for now. We can always try and alk this later maybe. Whoa! 5 link sniper bow! Whoa, cool. I almost didn't even see that. We actually... I don't know if a sniper bow is worth using at all. Level 44. No, I'm not going to use that. My current bow is just way too good. Even if I, even if I were to roll that as a decent blue with like 100 fizz damage and attack speed, my current bow would still be better, even with the extra link. Like, what am I going to do? Get like an extra link for Frenzy? Not really going to be worth it. The having a good bow is good, much better. Maybe I'll be able to sell that for like a couple chaos. Pretty low level, so maybe a couple chaos, maybe 2 chaos, 3 chaos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the highlights reel. As you can see now on my 5 link setup, just to go over it, I've got lightning arrow with less than multiple projectiles. I don't know why the level 14 thing is vibrating. That's kind of weird. Physical projectile attack damage, faster attacks, and weapon elemental damage. This feels really nice as a damage dealing setup. However, if we find that our survivability is not quite high enough, progressing through the Scepter of God and Dominus, then I can switch over to life gain on hit. But we'll see how it goes. So this is just in here leveling up, and I can easily just go bam bam, switch those out. And as for my single target setup, we still have Frenzy, Life Leech, Added Fire, and faster attacks. Very nice setup there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to start a new Imperial Gardens instance here. And what we're going to do is go unlock the door. Now, I think I will do this with a party. This has kind of been the theme of this playthrough, that I would show off using public parties to sort of like jump yourself ahead wherever we can. So let's just kind of, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of clear through here, just up to the Scepter of God door, because we need to unlock that before we can join a party that's doing the Scepter of God. But whoa, check out this pack here. But as you can see, my damage is now pretty significant, especially when I curse and my lightning arrow is piercing a large group. We're doing a lot of damage. I'm not able to heal quite as quickly because of the loss of life gain on hit, but you know, with some good positioning and decent amount of kiting and stuff like that, and you know, just watching my health and using flasks where I need to, I do pretty well with just the inherent life from my passive skill tree and things like that. So doing pretty well, you know, with the increased amount of physical damage I have on this attack now, Life Leech is actually pretty effective, so it's pretty nice to see. Alright, so here's the Scepter of God waypoint. We should... Oh, what? Where's my key? Oh, I've already unlocked it, but when did I unlock that? I think we unlocked that before, actually, in this series. I think I actually showed you guys unlocking that when we came across it before. I completely forgot that. Well, anyway, if you hadn't unlocked it by this point, make sure you go unlock it. To join a party, you're going to have to do that. So if you're curious, by the way, about that farming that entire farming run we did, what am I trying to say? That farming session we did, that I got that highlights reel from, it was about an hour 40 of farming, so not too bad. We didn't really need to progress our characters too much. Like, we can get more levels in this zone. Like, we're level 58 now, level 51 zone. That's fine. That's kind of like pushing a bit to get a much higher level, but the main reason I'm a much higher level in the zone now is because we needed some upgrades. I really needed to get those resistances sorted. Now we have 75 fire, 57 cold, and 75 lightning, which I'm pretty happy with. The lower cold resist is going to hurt against a few mobs in Scepter of God that are pretty nasty, but for the most part it's not too big an issue in the actual Dominus fight itself. Fire resist and lightning resist are pretty essential, and I'm glad I've got those capped out. So what we're going to do now is look for a public party. So we're going to just go look for a Killing Dominus one. Killing Dominus, do it. Twilight Strand, these guys are already finished since they're in Twilight Strand. It's you know, there's usually a few parties going if you're on a decent time. We've got Upper Scepter of God here. This could be the one to go. Let's say current TP. And we'll see if someone has a current teleport or whether they've already finished the boss fight or what's going on. Alright, we got into Mr. Porno's teleport here. Looks like we're in the Upper Scepter of God, so we've missed the waypoint. But that's alright for now. We're going to just do this as progression. And if you guys want to see the Dominus fight in more detail, I can probably come back and do like a little, like a detailed sort of analysis look at that like I did with the Vile fight before. So we're going to be pretty careful in here. Fighting with our party, same sort of thing that we did with Lunaris. Just, these guys are all not too bad if you're, you know, your lightning resists are capped and stuff like that. Main one you want to watch out for are there's little leap slamming frog creatures that shoot Arctic Breath at you, and their cold damage does a ton of damage, so you really need to watch out for those guys. Especially in my situation where my cold resist is a bit low. Man, Alvor's life has gone nuts, jumping around like crazy. But I think we should be able to progress through this pretty fine. Looks like we're not too far off. We're maybe 1 or 2 levels off the actual Dominus fight. I think we're going through this way. Yep, there we go. There's the upstairs. Alright, looks like we've got another level to do at least. Void Bearers, of course, keep an eye out for less multiple projectile Void Bearers. If your fire resist is capped, you'll be doing okay. Although LMP Void Bearers are pretty much always dangerous unless you're like an Arctic Armor character or something like that. So we need to watch out for those guys. So far, I'm doing fine. I think with a party, I'll probably be able to run weapon elemental damage and simply put out more damage. My DPS is pretty decent for Lightning Arrow now, 440 DPS and 580 on Frenzy without any Frenzy charges. Just for reference, I know I get a lot of questions about people, whether they, you know, a DPS at this level is fine, or depends on what they're up to, that sort of thing. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Keep in mind that when you do things like add LMP onto an attack, or when you add chain onto an attack especially, the tooltip DPS goes down because it's telling you like the DPS per projectile basically. But when you're thinking about like chain and stuff like that, you have to consider it as if every projectile hits, I'm going to do much more damage. So you kind of have to extrapolate out yourself a little bit how much damage that attack actually does. So it's hard to compare different skills to each other. So we've got this unique mob here that devours these other corpses around there. It uses them to heal. So the best thing you can do if you're fighting solo is to draw the other mobs out, kill them outside of the room before aggroing this boss. Otherwise though, if you can keep him in here and stop him from running into other rooms where there's dead like corpses and things, he's much easier to kill. Alright, we've got another upstairs here. And I think this is the last zone before the actual Dominus fight. Is that guy ahead of us? Has someone already like run ahead? Let's go see. Yeah, these guys are damaged. I think someone's already run ahead of us. He must be about to head into the Dominus fight itself. And here we go. Here's the actual Dominus fight. I'm wondering if they've... I don't think they've started it yet. So what we want to do is when you're in a party, you want to try and have everyone in the party drop teleports, and that way you can use each other's teleports to refresh. When you're going to go back to town, you want to go through someone else's to refresh. But looks like this guy's going to aggro all of the unique mobs. Unlike what I've said is the best practices, but with a party, you know, it should be alright. Like, we don't need to worry too much about these guys smashing us, because there's so many different targets for them to go for. Mr. Porno, unfortunately, has gone down. So we're going to watch out and try and keep ourselves safe, you know, playing as if we would be playing on hardcore, even despite my teleport rip on the last episode. I still don't know what happened with that. Even after reviewing it, I just, like, died at the same time as I went through to town. So, it was pretty weird. We want to avoid this guy still. This guy does cold... I think he does cold damage too, so we do want to watch out for him. There's 2 Cycloners, it's confusing me a bit. There we go. So this guy is probably the biggest threat to us with his cold damage. I think he's the only major cold damage form in here, though. The other one is the searing, like the searing bonds that have been changed to cold effect. But let's get rid of those items. But they're not too bad because they're pretty easy to avoid. Let's try and stay out of this guy's cyclone. This guy's nice and easy to avoid, though. I'm just like, oh, he's cycloning towards me. I better sometime in the next few minutes walk away. It's like a steamroller. You just sort of step to the side and you'll be fine. They can't. That's the thing about cyclone. It can't change directions once it's started. It has to stop. So that's one thing to keep in mind there. All right, so we've got the chaos damage one. Is going to be pretty hurtful. Where is it? Oh, it's in there. Cool. So that one will do quite a fair bit of damage. So we just want to watch out for its attacks. The Reeve one's really not too bad. I have never really had any issues with the Reeve character myself. Where is he? Is he up the top here, I think? There's quite a few blues up here. We'll take these guys out. And there's the... oh, that's the tentacle miscreation there. That will hurt. We do want to watch out for that. It is LMP tentacle creation. There we go. Oh, there's the smokescreen one. If we are in the smoke field, though, we will miss because we don't have Resolute Technique at the moment. If you have Resolute Technique by now, though, you don't need to worry about blind effects or anything like that. Let's try and take out these guys. Yeah, even in a full party, we're still doing okay damage. I'm pretty happy with that. Sometimes, you know, damage doesn't quite cut it in a party, but we're doing okay. Let's see how many of our party members happen to rip in the Dominus fight. Okay, so we want to avoid that. With a party, you know, avoiding attacks are a little bit different because you have to keep in mind that a lot of the time he's not going to be targeting you. So you want to just be like using the fact that if it's targeting someone else, you want to step away from them to avoid that. And then it's their response. You know, it's everyone's responsibility to dodge the attacks for themselves. But so he's a targeting there. Rather than if you were by solo, you would know he's always targeting you, so you'd know how to avoid it. I've been marked. You're only ever going to get one character marked. So as long as you stay away when you're marked, you should be fine. We've got pretty good fire resist though, so not too big an issue. We'll just stay out of those. The lightning ones hurt when we eat a full volleyball out of that. Where is he? Where's Dominus actually standing? Oh, here he is. Cool. Let's get some single target damage happening. Oh, blown up. Man, the life of our party members. Jumping around like crazy. Alright, so he's firing in that direction, that's fine. Where I'm currently is not the best spot to stand. I kind of want to be a little bit closer to the edge of it so I can duck behind when we're getting volleyed by that. Again, I probably have enough life on this character and full cap lightning resist to eat a full volley of that and still be okay, but ooh, I don't want to get caught in that stuff though. The slowing effect of that is pretty nasty when you get caught with like multiple beams over the top of you. Better kill off these guys. Help manage these ads a little bit. Oh, get out of that searing beam. So as you can see, it's much more cruisy in the boss fight. However, the things that were going to kill you solo, still going to kill you by stealth. The Blood Rain especially will kill you when you're in a party. But I think we're in pretty good shape now. I remember the first time I did the Dominus fight in Nemesis League, when we'd never seen it before. We had no idea, and everyone like just logged out during the Blood Rain, and that was my first rip in Nemesis League. It was to the Blood Rain because I didn't quite log out. I went for the portal instead, but all the portals disappeared. But it was a pretty intense fight, like because we were racing it as well, so we were kind of there, a bit underleveled, bit shaky, not sure about the fight. It was a recipe for disaster. Oh, okay. So transition change. We want to just position ourselves pretty close to him because he can start the Blood Rain right off the bat as well, I'm pretty sure. But as long as we can get into the circle in a hurry, we'll be fine. There's no ads up there, is there? Now, we don't having a Staunching Flask going into this would be a good idea. We don't have one currently, I don't think. But we should be okay. We're not going to be eating all the bleeds. As long as we sort of stay away from the majority of his cleaves, so we want to position ourselves away from another character. We can use our range a little bit here. Might as well use some lightning arrows since there's ads here as well. How's his health going? We just want to really pay attention for that blood rain. If we can keep one of our instant heal flasks up as well for when the blood rain happens, or one of our high amount heals over a short duration, will help us get to that circle. So I think my W flask is like, oh, that's elemental resist one. What do we got? The increased armor? No, they're not going to help too much. I'll just have to use my burst flask. There we go, into the circle. So when you're into the circle, you won't be able to take any bleeds. So even if he attacks you with the melee attacks here, you're not going to take any bleeds. So it's just like a bleed remove bubble. So pretty cruisy, We're doing pretty well. Those 3 portals up to the top right are pretty mesmerizing. And here should be the kill. Now you can farm Dominus. He does drop increased loot. However, I think that for the most part, let's grab. Ooh. Trying to ninja some stuff. I don't think I got anything. Oh well. Did we? What's this? Just a blue rustic sash. Oh, doing pretty well. Let's talk to Diala here. And there we go, ready to go into Merciless Twilight Strand. That's pretty exciting. Let's go through to the town. Now, as I was saying, you can farm Dominus, and I'm still in this party, so we'll be running with this party for this town. You can farm Dominus for the most part, but I think as a fight, it takes too long and it's too slow to do. For the most part, I think you're just better rushing through Act 1 Merciless and going to Ledge. You're going to get better gear in Ledge. You're going to level up a lot faster in Ledge than you would be from farming Dominus. Check out this group here. But so although you can farm Dominus, I don't really think it's ever worth it. Especially not in hardcore. It's a much more dangerous fight than in any of the other ones than doing piety and things like that. Oh, we've got the kill Hillock. I want to get in for the Hillock fight. No, Hillock. Wait for us. Man, someone's on the turbo there, on the burst. The blue pack. So if you do use a party to progress like that, if you do all the progression bits you need up to that, unlock the door, and then join a public party, the requirements for your survivability are much lower than if you are solo. The main reason for joining up as party is safety, and it's going to help you get over that hurdle. The Scepter of God Dominus fight in Cruel is probably one of the biggest hurdles you'll face as a solo player. And, self-found solo, we've been pretty much that. But in this playthrough of Cruel, we've been wanting to, kind of push through Cruel, and I wanted to show you guys how to be able to get past those hurdles pretty easily. And you just saw that we did get past that hurdle pretty easily. Like, as I said, it can be one of the biggest hurdles in the game. It's certainly a tough zone and a tough fight, if you're not well geared for it especially. But using a party like that, you can rely on that. It does minimize the amount of damage you're taking, as long as you're, avoiding the blood rain and things like that, and stepping out of the way of the AoE effects and all that jazz. But for the most part, that's going to help you get past that hurdle. And as you saw through Act 3, we did manage to basically farm City of Sun, skipped straight to Docks using a party, skipping over a lot of really slow and harsh progression, and then we're able to go back and do all the quests really easily after getting a lot of levels in Docks. And then we can go to Solaris Temple. You can even get that waypoint from a friend. You can skip straight to the piety fight, so skipping all of these sewer zones and everything, which are pretty dangerous and hard as well. We don't even have to go through Ebony Barracks. We can go straight to piety kill, even get a piety kill with a party in terms of progression, farm piety with a party. It makes Act 3 much more cruisy if you just use public parties like that. And there's almost always public parties going on for things like Docks, piety, and Dominus. You can always pretty much get parties for that. And occasionally you'll get progression parties, but for the most part it's pretty easy to just skip around like that. So hopefully that helps you guys get over your Cruel hurdles. And I'm pretty excited to be in Merciless. This is where Path of Exile really steps it up. Sure, there's some pretty hard spots here, like we might have to farm Ledge for a while, we might have to farm Fell Shrine for a while, we might have to farm City of Sun and Docks for a while, but it's really fun getting the upgrades here, and also seeing your build sort of hit its stride. We're starting to get into a pretty interesting point again here with the character. We've got our 5 links set up, our damage is starting to come into its own, even though we've got a very low level bow at the moment for our level. It's really well rolled, but we might be able to find a better one, a more level appropriate one soon. That'll be an upgrade. And I think our damage is going to start to grow a lot as well. In terms of our passive tree, we have just gotten static blows, which is going to give us a bit of extra chance to shock. Once we get this second one, we'll be shocking enemies a lot more, and it's going to amplify our damage by quite a lot. We've also got a lot of the significant health nodes for this build. Now we can go back and grab these extra health nodes and go in through, grab things like this, go into the temple area of the tree, grab extra life nodes here and here. We can grab... there's a few other little life nodes floating around, but for the most part, from this point onwards, once we get that other shock chance node, we can actually pretty much go straight into getting damage. Now, I think the first thing I'm going to do is come down here, grab this bow damage nodes here all the way out to heavy draw. Now, these also include life, so it's going to give us a nice survivability boost, but also a pretty huge damage boost. And from there, we can also come up and grab... come up through here to bow damage, 15%, that's 30% from 2 nodes, they're pretty nice. We have to take 2 nodes to get there, but after that we've got Aspect of the Eagle as well, which is more life, move speed's always nice, but also 20% fizz damage. Very nice damage nodes in there, and we can even go grab some more life and strength. It's pretty good. I think it's going to start to really pick up, and I'm pretty excited to continue the progression. Anyway, that's it for this episode, though. We have to cut it off at the end of the Dominus fight now that we're into this one, and excited to be in Merciless, and hopefully you guys that have been following along are too. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.